Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there's still some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Started, and off we go from Nashville. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton. Rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
This will be caught by Brown, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll drop this down to Taylor. Only able to gain a couple there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now Richardson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And he's got it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. On the option left, Richardson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, Okonkwo. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hand off to Spears. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. They'll look to throw. That one's taken in by Spears. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In motion right, that's Burks. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep...
Richardson hit it. He fumbles it. It's picked up by the Titans, and they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Eluding the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. Now Richardson. He'll get this off to Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Richardson. That one finds Pierce right side. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoff.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Richardson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Richardson out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd down and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Gay's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 1. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll throw now on the final play. A shot downfield for Burks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Jahmyr Gibbs, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Geno Smith, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9. Richardson working from the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Alvarez. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. To the right side, this is Taylor. Call it a gain of 4, leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. That's complete to Pierce. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner by the time he looked at it.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point attempt here still to come. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Richardson looking to throw this. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
That's taken in by Henderson. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Alvarez.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
Now it's Richardson. Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And this taken in by Downs. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Richardson yet again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They turn to Taylor on 4th, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Richardson will throw for it. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarez. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Richardson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Out come the Titans now. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Now a 2nd and 2. Option play. Here's a give to Brown. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Janaris Robinson from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On now is the Titans punter. as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. Now Richardson.
Flush to his right, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarez.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Pass complete to Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here's Richardson.
That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now 2nd and 4. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Colts, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.